I'm Melinda Elmer with Century 21 Masters in the Elmer team, here to talk today about Proposition 19. Not the headline version, not the scary version, the real, everyday impact version. Because in 2020, Prop 19 quietly changed how property taxes work when a home passes from a parent to a child. And for a lot of families, especially here in Southern California, that change can be the difference between keeping a home and being forced to sell it. So let's slow this down and make it practical. When we talk about intergenerational transfers, we're really just talking about property moving from one generation to the next, parent to child, sometimes grandparent to grandchild. Today, I want to keep it simple and focus only on the parent to child transfers. Now, before Prop 19, kids could often inherit property and keep their parents' low property tax base, even on rental properties. That is no longer the case. Under Proposition 19, there is one primary benefit, and it applies only to a parent's principal residence where they lived, the home that they actually lived in, not a vacation home, not a rental, not that little income property they bought back in the 80s, just the primary home. If a child receives that home, either through inheritance or a deed transfer, they may be able to keep their parents' property tax base in whole or in part. And that may is doing a lot of work there. So there's conditions. First, the child must move into the home and make it their principal residence. This is not optional. You cannot keep the tax benefit and rent it out or leave it vacant. Second, timing matters a lot. The child must file for the homeowner's exemption within 1 year of that transfer. Miss that deadline and the benefit's gone. They also have to file a specific form. It's called the Claim for Reassessment Exclusion for Transfer Between Parent and Child, Form BOE 19P. Catchy, I know. That form must be filed within 3 years of the transfer or before the property is sold to someone else, whichever comes first, or within 6 months of the county sending out supplemental or escape assessments tied to the transfer. Yes, it's bureaucratic. Yes, it's easy to mess up. And yes, I see that happen more often than you think. Now let's talk about the value cap, because this is where a lot of people get tripped up. If the home's market value at the time of transfer is $1 million or less, the child can keep the parent's tax base exactly as it is, no adjustment. If the market value is over $1 million, then a value comparison test is applied. That doesn't automatically disqualify you, but it can result in a partial reassessment. In other words, the tax base may go up, but not all the way up to full market value. And this is where professional guidance really matters because the math is very specific. One more thing that often gets overlooked. Once a Proposition 19 exclusion is approved, it only lasts as long as the child continues to live in the home as their primary residence. If they move out later, even years later, the property is reassessed. The new tax base becomes the market value as of the original transfer date, adjusted annually by Prop 13 inflation limits. So this is not a set it and forget it benefit, it's tied to occupancy. And here's the bigger takeaway. Proposition 19 did not eliminate all parent-to-child tax benefits, but it made them narrower, stricter, and far less forgiving of mistakes. If your family owns property or you expect to inherit property, or you're already navigating a trust, probate, or family transfer, this is not something to gloss over. A missed form, a missed deadline, a misunderstanding about occupancy, any one of those things can trigger a massive and permanent tax increase. If you want more detailed information straight from the source, I recommend visiting the LA County Assessor's website on Proposition 19. And stay tuned for the next conversation because we'll be talking about another side of Prop 19 that gets far less attention. Tax-based transfers for seniors, property owners with disabilities, and victims of natural disasters. It's not simple, but with the right information, it is manageable. And that's always the goal. If you have any questions, you can reach me at 562-316-2915 or melinda@theelmerteam.com. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more great information, and please forward and share this with your friends.